Live, day 4 of our 5-day LinkedIn challenge. Crack the LinkedIn code and start becoming visible and get clients on LinkedIn. Specifically designed this challenge for language professionals, but in general also solopreneurs, service-based solopreneurs. So let me know if you can hear me, watch me well in the comments. I'm going to answer all of your questions about today's topic, which is actually how to contact clients. And I've seen your questions here. I've gathered them. And of course, we're going to do it the same way as every day. Hello, Martina. How are you? Buonasera. Hello, Manuela. So what we're going to do today, I'm going through the Q&A post again with your questions. I'm going to answer all of your questions. Secondly, I'm going to answer the questions in the comments. Okay, hello, Virginia Margin. And of course, I'm going after to the chat, and we have a special guest, Luna, today. I hope she will join us. Hello, Suzanne. Hello, Annelise. Hello, Ver. Hello, Valentina, Sabella. I'm so happy for your results. First of all, I would like to congratulate you because you started, okay, without some of you, you didn't have even a LinkedIn profile on Monday when we started. Hello, Fernanda. Hello, Paul. Hello, Christina. Loud and clear. Great. So some of you started, spent all day on LinkedIn. You're a bad influence, says Martina. Echo, thank you, Martina. I've been, Kalispera, Rafaela. I've been hearing that a lot lately. And imagine, Martina, this is why my 3-month program has a sequence right now, an annual program, because the people that they join my 3-month program, they want to work with me for a whole year. So we jumped in right away, completing the 3-month program to an annual, because yes, it's such an addiction. Hello, Marcos. Hello, Valerie. So I will start right away with your questions, but take a few seconds to realize the progress that all of you have made in just 4 days. In just 4 days, some of you didn't have even a LinkedIn profile, and now you've been contacting with confidence your clients. And for me, the best, if we can say benefit you've got so far, is the confidence to use LinkedIn, to contact clients, to find the decision maker, okay, among your contacts. And of course, between the technical also parts, how to actually use LinkedIn to get contacts in an outbound marketing so far. And tomorrow, of course, we're going to talk about inbound and how to create content, because I saw your questions about if we're going to cover inbound marketing through LinkedIn. Annalise, I see your question, and I'm going through first of all the questions that they are in the Q&A post. Huge progress, better than steroids. Marcos, I'm really satisfied. Like, you exceeded my expectations in this challenge. The first time that I ran the same program, I've run it in several different ways, but as a challenge was the first time. And I can tell you, because we're a big hello, Federico, a big group, we can say, for example, 350 people, 360 we started. So yes, confidence is a big result for you, Christina, and for many of you that I've seen in your comments. So definitely overcoming your fears about using LinkedIn, on any questions covering that you might have had so far about LinkedIn. For me, it's a huge success. And the fact that most of you, there were people that today they contacted 50 or 60 people only in 1 day. For me, it's a huge, huge success. In order for me to overcome my fears, to gain confidence, and to be able to implement such a process on my LinkedIn profile, it took me many, many years, okay? So imagine that you've just managed to do that in 4 days. And for me, it's a great success and the best reward for doing such a free challenge. And thank you, all of you, and congratulations to all of you, okay? Hello, Magomed. Okay, so you could perform. My clients and ad hoc work material, okay, urgently. Yes, we have all of us work. I'm thinking to do it tomorrow morning. Is it okay? I do it quickly tomorrow according to the worksheet. Great, Magomed, go and do it. You can plan it already, have it ready from tonight. So it doesn't matter really when, the timing, but actually to do it. Okay, so I've read all of your comments today, and stop overthinking. And this is why I have it in the description box of every day exercise. Stop overthinking, do the work, trust the process, because it has great results for my mentees and previous participants in my programs. Trust the process and just do the work, okay? Just send the 10 invitations as we described in our challenge today. So I will start with your questions, and some of you've been asking, hello, Analia, the challenge is amazing. You've made me think of things I had never had before. Thank you, Analia, for your comment that the tasks and comments are enriching. Thanks. You're welcome, Analia, and I'm very happy for that. This is my reward. Okay, let me in the comments, if that's okay with you. I would really would like to start with the question about my program. So I would like to introduce, and this is a big announcement that I've been telling to you through the post and also my email. So if that's okay with you, I will start by replying to the questions about my upcoming program. What are the bonuses? What is the price? If I cover inbound and outbound marketing, because you've been asking many questions, and also been creating a frequently asked question posts to share with you. I've seen all of your questions. I cannot reply to all of you, and I was waiting to announce the open card only for the participants of this challenge. And those, I think 70 people, you were in my VIP wait list so far. Spot on, Analia. Great, Marcos. So I've seen some of you that you are in my VIP wait list, so you might have already received the announcement, and I'm going to open it to all of you that you are participating in the challenge. So you're the first to know, and you will get a great bonus as a reward for your work during this challenge. You will get a fast action bonus, but make sure that this is valid until the end of this challenge, which is tomorrow midnight. Okay, the 5-day challenge, the group will remain open for 1 week, okay, to answer your questions, to have some more guests, to keep you going for those that you were left behind with the process. So for those that you have been left behind, don't worry, I will keep the group at least until next Wednesday. So you have several days to implement the tasks that you have left behind. And of course, I will be here for you. And I plan to go live several times again. So tomorrow we're going to cover how to create content that actually gain engagement, shares, likes, comments, and converts into inbound leads. And tomorrow I will show you how I had, for example, in one of my posts, I think 3,600 views only in one, okay, post. So I saw that you were amazed today with the 1,300 views that I had to my profile. But I can tell you, content, yes, is the king or the queen. You can call it as you want, but definitely imagine that with just, okay, 3 sentences that you share with a post, you attract 3,600 views to your profile and what you do. This cannot be achieved through your website, no matter how many ads you pay or SEO. 3,000 views in 1 day or 1 week, it's impossible to happen. And tomorrow, this is what I'm going to share with you, how I did it and how you can do it. So tomorrow is about inbound. This is why I really encourage you to go and complete the previous exercises. So Magamet says, thanks Virginia for being supportive. I trust the process. I would love it to be feedbacked by you or the group mates. Of course, you still have time for tomorrow, but as I told you, I will be here for you until next Wednesday at least. I appreciate your mentoring anyways. It is very professional, so happy to be in this challenge. Magamet, I'm happy that I have you here myself as well. I have to leave for a moment, but I will be back soon. Annalise, be back because I would really love to answer your question. And of course, you will get access to the recording if you miss. So I see here, okay, so Grace says, hi, Virginia, I'm happy with what I have achieved today so far, and I'm confident to go on. Typically, I got a pressing job for a regular so clients, I'm listening but need to finish and deliver. Okay, yes, of course, you can rewatch anytime. Sabella says, I'm so happy for those of you reaching out to 50 contacts in a day. Yes, go check, Sabella, the comments. I think, who was that, Korad? Go and check the comments. There were people, and I do contact 100 people per day, so 50 is nothing. So for me, it takes me a little while to do a bit of research on what's going on with the company in order to make a relevant comment. I know I should stop overthinking, but it's also important to write something relevant and clever, right? I sent 3 requests, and I got 1 so far, by the way. way. So imagine if you had sent 50, okay, what would be the conversion rate? So Sabella, I totally get you that you want to create the relevant comment, and also I want to let you know that in the future this will become much faster as a process, so you will become familiar on how to create a relevant message to send to your clients. But if you can find, okay, the balance between not overthinking and actually being effective in your research, this is the ideal solution. Okay, but for those that they will take a year to contact 3 people, I totally recommend you do not overthink. Go and send those 10 requests. I just ask you, okay, to send 10 connection request invitation. That simple, okay? It's not the end of the world. 10 connection requests per day. Marcos says, how long did it take you to reach these numbers? Marcos, to be honest, I don't think that it takes you time. If you create the post the way that we're going to discuss tomorrow, it doesn't really matter how long. The algorithm works in favor of you if you have 500 and more, ideally 1,000 connections, but you can do it anyway. Sabella says, you give me hope. Thanks, Virginia. I think I can do that. I also have 2,000 contacts and I'm going to write to them too. Of course, Sabella, but in this challenge, we focus on getting new clients, new leads, and this is why, okay, this it's LinkedIn prospecting challenge. Okay, and now I'm going straight away to answer your questions about my program. Then I'm going to answer your questions in the Q&A post. Of course, I will cover all of your questions in the comments. You see that I see them and I'm going to cover them. If you miss the live, you will have access to the recording. The challenge ends tomorrow midnight, and also the early bird that I'm going to disclose right now. And afterwards, there will be the regular prize that I offer, okay, to all the participants. I'm going to open my program publicly. So I'm starting my 12 weeks program, and thank you for being on my wait list, so many of you. And also, this is the landing page, and I'm going to share in the comments for you that you would like to take a look. So what we're going to do, hard facts, good. My next goal, Marcos, how many contacts do you have? Let me know. Yes, you need contacts in order people, okay, to trust you, and also the algorithm of LinkedIn to work towards your results. Okay, so you need numbers, and by numbers I mean it's not the how long, but actually the fact that you have 500 or more connections. Okay, then it starts the algorithm of LinkedIn to works in favor of yours. Yes, Marco. So the first thing, and this is what I'm going to cover also in my program, the first thing we do in my program is actually to work towards your connections expansion. So we expand your network, and I would like to share an example of one of my mentees before I get into that. One of my mentee of mine, she invested in a copywriter, and she invested in actually getting someone to write her posts, but she didn't pay attention actually to how many people she has. So Marcos, for example, since you mentioned that, if you are going to start now writing comments, then most probably, okay, you won't see results. And also it's not a matter of time. So even if you keep having 100 contacts, no matter how many posts you have, you need to expand your network. And also it's not in a matter of quantity, so that the system works. It's important to have quality connections. By connection, I mean your ideal clients, Marcos. So thank you for mentioning that. It's very important to have it clear. But for me, it's really, really important actually to have ideal clients. So this is what we are doing right now, okay, in our challenge. What we do is our focusing on our ideal client. This is why the first 2 days was about our ideal client, target market, unique selling proposition, and then we expand our network, of course, with quality leads, and quality leads with the outbound and inbound. And I can tell you, and why I focus on outbound, is the fact that you can be in control of the quality of your leads in a more practical way, an easier way with outbound marketing, whereas with inbound marketing, you get the risk, okay, to attract also people that they might not be interested in your services, which Actually, it's not bad because they might not be directly interested in your service or your ideal client, but they might be referrals for you to other potential clients of yours. So definitely the first thing that we do in the Ultimate LinkedIn Prospecting System, which is a comprehensive, results-oriented group coaching program for LinkedIn. Specifically, I created, it is going to be the third round of the program. I created last year and I already have it 3 times run. And I got so many good results that you've seen. I've been sharing in my videos because I would really like you to see what other people have achieved. If you did such a great progress in only 4 days, imagine what you can do in 3 months by actually implementing those things every day, every week, with the support of a peer-to-peer support, like-minded colleagues all over the world that they are trying to achieve the same as you. Like we have here, the support group. You mentioned that you find really supportive, our community. And also myself, a mentor next to you, to answer all of your questions that you've been arising all day today, like they replied that back to me, what should I reply them back? They didn't reply I should reply them back. So I'm going to cover them later, answering all of those questions. But this is what we do, and this is why this is not a course. Okay, this is really important to understand that the Ultimate LinkedIn Prospecting System is a 3-month group coaching program, which means it's not a course, and definitely it's not self-paced. Okay, you get accountability and support for 12 weeks to implement. You implement during the program. Not only you learn the method, you learn, of course, in more depth. In 5 days, we just a bit touched, this method. You learn in depth the actual method of prospecting clients on LinkedIn, and you implement step by step this process. You implement this process for 12 weeks, with me next to you and a supportive community. And you get answers to all of your questions, and you get messages to follow up and to nurture that relationship. You create your content marketing, and of course, Luna, that she will join us in a bit, she can explain that to you as well. But let me get into details. So if you want to check out the link, definitely you feel free to click on the link that I said in the chat. I'm going a bit through the chapter. So this is the prospecting system. If you want to get a steady stream of high quality clients, like we started doing that here, but you will be able to do it in more depth. And definitely with more support. And of course, imagine the duration. If you had such results in 5 days, what you can achieve in 3 months, Some of you told me, for example, I needed to share frequently asked question posts in order to convince you, I think Sarah was that, to convince you to sign up for this program. And my main concern is that I don't want to convince anyone, I really want people, and I always insist on that because otherwise I cannot work with you. I want people to join the program that they really find value in that and they really think that this is going to help them. Of course, I will have Q&A sessions here to answer all of your questions about my program as well, and of course this challenge. Yes, step by step. That's what I like in the system. Of course, it's very well structured. Marcos, I'm sharing exactly what I'm doing in my business. I don't hide any details, and I'm really, really honest. All of my mentees, they can tell you that of what I'm doing. So I'm not going to hide from you any tips or tricks that I implement in my business. I disclose everything. So whatever you ask me, you will get the answers of how I'm doing that. And I've structured exactly the program of how I would love to have a program that I would actually implement. So no more courses that you start and you do not never complete, No more courses that they teach you, but they do not help you and they do not adapt the content in your own situation, This is not a course. I'm not going to teach you things generally applied, but specifically how you can apply those techniques and practices to your own business based on your own goals and what you want to achieve. So why LinkedIn? I'm asked so many times, why LinkedIn? No, Virginia Sarah says, you already convinced us. I mean, ourselves with our clients. Frequently asked question posts could be useful for clients to hire. So Sarah, I didn't get, because you had 2 posts, one related to the program. So I missed, I misunderstood your second post. I thought it was connected to your first one. Frequently asked questions and posts and videos, definitely. Yes, Sarah, that's a great idea. So why LinkedIn? Because LinkedIn is 277 times, percent more effective for lead generation than any other online platform. Give me an example in the comments. What other platform would give you 3,600 views, okay, views to your profile through one post without any more investment and budget? So you would get 3,000 visitors to your website, which LinkedIn profile could be your professional website, okay, alternatively. Either you pay ads, okay, or you invest in SEO. This is a long-term process. I did it with just one post that it took me 5 minutes to write it. For this course, yes, it is the pricing, of course, Magomed, and I'm going to answer your questions about the pricing because I have a special price only for you and only for 24 hours, which means until the end of the challenge. Only those who join until the end of the challenge, they will get the very, very, very discounted prices that I have for you. Then the price will be the regular early bird price, and then, of course, it will be the regular initial price of the program. Let me know, Magomed, if I have answered your question. So I don't think, and up to now, I'm like in business so many years, you will invest in Facebook ads, Google ads, you will invest in someone to promote your website. 3,600 views per day, you won't achieve it. You won't get leads to any of your content. Okay, yes, Magomed, click on the link that I said. I have pinned it underneath this post. So click on the link and let me know if you need more information on that, but I'm going to cover that anyway, so stick with me. And of course, why I did create that, because I've seen so many of you using your LinkedIn profile. Some of you didn't even have a LinkedIn profile. Okay, great, Magomed. So most of us, and myself, before I started using the method, I used to use my LinkedIn profile as a CV, okay? And through this process and structure that also Marcos mentioned, you're going to turn it to a lead generation machine. 3,000 views to your profile, okay, to your post. 1,300 people visited your profile in one day. Myself, I've never seen any other platform to provide me those results without any investment. And I'm not talking about the paid version of LinkedIn. You can achieve that with the free version. I've tested both of them and my strategies in both profiles, both the paid and the free. Okay, so you can achieve those results even with no budget, okay, by just creating content that really, really converts. And the main benefit of participating in such a program that I created is the fact that you actually, you can implement that any other time in the future. So it's not something that you learn and you have only 3 months to implement. After the 3 months, you can do it every year, every 3 months, every 6 months, whenever you want to get leads and clients, okay, to your business. So it's a process that you learn once, but you can actually implement for the rest of your life, okay? And I would really love to know your opinion on that after I'm finishing here the presentation. Of course, feel free to click on the link and scroll down my page. I wouldn't like, okay, to spend time on reading the text, but this applies to you. But definitely most translators, they do LinkedIn wrong, okay? They either try to sell through their profile. They have it as a standing CV. They never contact their clients because they think they are doing it too zealously, or they actually are zealously. So some of you actually do it wrong, and most of us, myself, okay? So for me, two are the things that you need. The right mindset, that I really work with the mindset. Most of you mentioned during the 5 days, we are on day 4 now today, that you changed, you became confident, okay? So this is the main benefits, the mindset, and then taking consistent action. And of course, through the program, I'm going to help you actually to become more productive. Yes, this is the first comprehensive results-oriented coaching program. I've never been myself in such an one program. I've seen other people calling themselves mentors and coaches. Most of them, they are trainers or teachers, which I don't underestimate. I've been myself in most of the training programs I've seen, but definitely I prefer the accountability that I get in a mentoring and a coaching programs. And I've seen myself participating right now in an annual mastermind that I pay annually my coach. I've seen the results. I had 4 times my annual revenue last year since April. So since last year, April, less than 6 months, or how much? I got 4 times more the revenue that I had the last year. And that's true. I can disclose the details privately, of course. Why? Why is LinkedIn? You want more reasons why? It's a business platform, okay? LinkedIn, people are there to do business, so don't be afraid to contact them. People are willing to collaborate with you, and of course, in case they need your services. It's GDPR friendly. What does that mean? That you can contact them without being afraid that your clients are based in Germany and you cannot contact them via email based on the GDPR restriction, okay? And organic reach is still powerful. I told you I've been doing this organically, which means that you don't need to pay for ads like on Facebook, and you don't need to have 10,000 followers like on Instagram in order to get, for example, as I'm going to show you tomorrow, how I got 3,600 views in one of my posts, okay? Just one post, 5 minutes of views, and you get 3,000 organic reach, people. And I know exactly how is it to struggle. I don't want to spend time here. I just want you to focus on what you are going to learn. So here also you will see my mentees examples, what they achieved through my programs. And here is introducing the Ultimate LinkedIn Prospecting System. And the Ultimate LinkedIn Prospecting System is the only program that you will need, okay, to stop overthinking, and you've shown that. And the main benefit that I would like to focus on here is actually that it's not a course, okay? It's a 12-week implementation and accountability group coaching program. It's not a course, okay? Where you get clear steps as you go here in the challenge to focus on every week. There, we're going to do it weekly. So you can make the continuous progress. And you walk away with a complete client acquisition strategy tailored to your business needs, because not all of you have the same business needs. You will get a list of potential clients and prospecting lists already interested in your services, tools that you can use even after the program, of course, and you will even have the chance to make sales during my programs and go watch the testimonials that I've been sharing with you. So even if you are already an established business, the Ultimate LinkedIn Prospecting System is invaluable to get you to the next level. So no matter what's your starting point, either you're just starting out as a translator and newly graduate. I have had many of you like Mario, Mira right now, she's in my annual mastermind. You will see results. You will get the results you want, even if they are to become established and get your first clients, to get to the next level, your business, okay, and reach 5-figure months. If you're ready to take action, click on the link, read more information, and here's how this program again can help you. You will have your LinkedIn prospecting strategy with clear action steps created for you, okay? You will know how to create your LinkedIn profile that's powerful and draws clients to you. So we're going to optimize together your LinkedIn profile, the whole section, not only the headline that we did here. You will have a systematic outbound marketing strategy, okay, how to use outbound to contact your clients, but also you will position yourself through your LinkedIn and the tips and tricks we're going to share as a high-value expert. So you need to become a master of LinkedIn hacks, as I saw from your comments that you really loved the hacks that I've been sharing with you. So imagine how many hacks I can disclose to you in 12 weeks if you saw valuable the hacks that I had in like 3 or 4 said in this challenge. And of course, I had people, very successful business owners in my programs, like Sarah, that they just joined my program in order to learn automation systems that they will save valuable time from their business, and they got clients. During the program, they invoiced their projects during the program, and they got back the money, not only of their investment, but even more money. Here is Sarah and what she achieved. Sarah, she says, I had tried a couple of things to improve my profile and posted things with a certain frequency. I didn't get many results though, and I was starting to think that LinkedIn was just working for my needs. And to mention that Sarah, she is specialized in medical device and medical and pharmaceutical sector. However, Sarah continues, Virginia has been able to give me some very good suggestions. So we had a very creative one-to-one. Yes, my one-to-one, I think most of my mentees, they say it's the best. And the group dynamic, as you saw here also in the challenge, was brilliant. Sarah says to hold me accountable and stick to the weekly tasks. After implementing, Sarah says here, the things we were seeing in the Ultimate LinkedIn Prospecting System, I immediately started to get some results and have actually been able to find new clients with actual projects while the program was still going on. So I definitely recommend. So thank you, Sarah. Luna is going to be here with us later. Deborah is based in the US. Go, guys, and read the testimonials. So for whom is this challenge for? As I told you, no matter what is the starting point, if you're experienced or unexperienced, if you have a LinkedIn profile or not, this challenge works for you, okay? Yes, Huxley says, Marcos, finally I can call myself a true hiker. Yes, at the end. Heather, thank you. So either you're a starting out translator that you don't have experience and you still struggle to get clients, this program will help you. If you're a LinkedIn experience, so you have experience on LinkedIn and you're also an experienced translator, but you want, for example, to master your knowledge or to take the next step and expand your business to new markets, this program will really help you to do that, as you saw Sarah, she did that. If you're an experienced translator, like with more than 10 years in the business, I have many of you here in the challenge, but you want to take the next step, okay, and master the LinkedIn profile and prospecting strategy to find better paying clients and have more time for your own personal life. Again, this program, as this challenge, will help you a lot. And of course, if you're a LinkedIn experienced translator, you might want to master the Sales Navigator features or actually to learn automation processes. As I told you, we learn how to automate this process through my program, and you can have it, okay, working on your business, your projects, and have this tool working for you and contacting 100 ideal clients in a non-salesy way and with personalized messages, okay? This is really, really important. So here is how it's delivered, because Marcos, you asked me how many times we meet. So we meet once per week, and we have the training session, which is accompanied the next week, okay, and followed by the Q&A mastermind session in order to answer all of your questions. So 12 sessions, 12 weeks. We meet once per week, but we have weekly implementation tasks, okay, where you can make the progress you want each week and having me next to you. Weekly checklist and accountability to help you keep on track, okay, while taking action and achieving your goals, because I really want you to achieve your goals. I really want you to participate in a program that you will see results. Otherwise, I don't want people to join my programs. I really want people that they are action takers and they really want to see results. And I'm there to help them. And of course, it's there will be again a dedicated private support group, VIP group, because usually we're very small groups, not like the challenge, that you can actually get answers to all of your personal questions. Yeah, of course I have an amazing memory, Marcos. I never forget. Yes, you asked that yesterday, and this is why I told you to wait until today, because now I think I have answered your questions. Let me know. Marcos, do you have more questions about how this program runs? We have a dedicated support group, very smaller than this one. It's a paid group, which means that you get the support that you want, okay? It's included in this program. And of course, I create great international communities, okay, through my program. And most of my mentees, they're really happy with the community of the program. And I think here Mira says that as well. And you can find Mira's here and Valerie's testimonial, Virginia's, all of those ladies, they are in my annual mastermind program as well. So they continued from the 3-month program to an annual program. So Marcos, again, thousands questions, but I go slowly. Okay, so Marcos, if you have thousands questions, I will share my Calendly link here to book a free call with me to answer all of your questions. But if you have any specific that I can answer right now, I would be more than happy to answer your questions, because I really want to continue also with your questions about the challenge. So group coaching sessions online on Zoom, specifically dedicated Zoom link for our program. Hourly training and Q&A session, 12 weeks, okay? They will support you, guide you, and hold your hand as you make decisions and take actions that they will lead you to attract clients you love working with on LinkedIn. One-to-one accountability, even if it's a group coaching program, I'm there one-to-one with you. So as Marcos, you mentioned, I remember, yeah, in the automation, yeah, Marcos, so if you want more information about the automation, I'm not going to cover it today, so book a call with me to discuss it if you're interested in my program, of course. So even if it's a group coaching program, you get one-to-one accountability, which means that I'm there to support you, do not fall behind, do not get stuck, okay, to feel encouraged and to help you accountable, to hold you accountable, so you take the actions you need to see the results you want, okay? But maybe we can talk about later. Yes, Marcos, of course. But in this challenge, we're not covering, of course, automation. Support group with other colleagues, okay, like mine from all over the world. You will receive the attention, support, and advice you need. High quality coaching, as you told me here, okay, that you're really satisfied with my coaching. I'm very proud to share that 90% of my mentees, they get fully booked before the end of the program, okay, and I'm really happy and proud. Networking, you will feel a part of an international interactive community of like-minded colleagues. The support is amazing. And feedback, this is the last but not least, very, very important feature that diversifies any other course with any mentoring program. In a mentoring and group coaching program, you get feedback. And you get feedback to your work personalized, okay, for your own work, your own clients, the messages that you create, and of course in depth, not like how we did that in 5 days with comments. You get feedback from me, one-to-one on a call, okay, to everything you need to know and correct to your strategy in order to see results. And here are the bonuses that you asked me for. So you see here, you get also the early bird price that I only have it for 24 hours until the end of the challenge. Then it's going to be the regular early bird price. So you get a more discount, like 20% more discounted, okay, price, and also 3 bonuses. For the VIP list, I have sent also a 3-hour workshop additional to those bonuses for those that they had registered to my VIP waitlist. So it's going to be a 33-page action worksheet that I cover all of the client acquisition strategies that they exist. So even if you want to focus now on LinkedIn, you will get all the other client acquisition strategies that exist out there. So if you want to combine other client acquisition strategies or later to focus on different client acquisition strategies, I have gathered them in one worksheet, 33 pages. Free access to the videos of the challenge for a whole year, which actually is going to close for all the other people next, okay, Wednesday. And of course, free LinkedIn one-to-one strategy session, 90 minutes, and the results you cannot even imagine how powerful and one-to-one session is, okay? So if you want to learn everything I know about LinkedIn, avoid the mistakes that I made, and you are serious about building a successful business, okay, using my proven LinkedIn prospecting strategy, then this program is for you, okay? And imagine how vital is actually to learn from a colleague who did it, okay, and actually saw the results double and tripled my income 4 times. I had my revenue this year from previous year. You will be a part of a great online international community, which for me is the best I've seen so far as a compliment and testimonial from my mentees. You will be able to double your income, why not, okay, and reach 5-figure months. And you will get answers to all of your questions that you might have had in your mind about LinkedIn or in general about the translation business forever. So now it's the time to see the answers. So here are more people talking about my programs. Go and click on the link and you can get started today, okay? Get started today by joining the program, okay? You click, you pay, you receive a welcome email to the program, and then you will receive details on how to join that specific private group, specifically designed for 3 months, and details on how and when we're going to start working together. Of course, when you pay and receive the welcome email, you will receive a questionnaire in detail, a very detailed questionnaire about your background, in order to tailor the modules and the program itself to your own needs. In a general approach, without knowing the backgrounds right now, the people that they're going to join will be actually, as we did here, to identify your ideal client avatar in detail. So you won't have any, for example, right now, some of you have some questions, you will have no questions. You will define your unique selling proposition, but again, in more detail. And of course, I'm going to answer a question. If I have 2 nieces, 3 nieces, we're going to create your profile, okay, depending on your needs. You will have the whole LinkedIn profile, all the sections of your LinkedIn profile, SEO optimized, which means you're going to attract clients by just only optimizing your LinkedIn profile. Most of my mentees, they tell me like, I got visitors to my profile because I just changed the things that you told me on my LinkedIn profile. Of course, we're going to create LinkedIn messages, not only, because you've been asking me today, not only the messages that you send to your clients as a connection request, but in the 3-month program, we have enough time that we didn't have in the 5-day challenge to actually create the message that you send when someone replies to you back, when someone doesn't reply to you back, what to tell them. You create messages to nurture that relationship. You create messages that you actually turn those prospects into clients in a non-salesy way. So I hope that I have answered your question. This challenge, we didn't have the time to cover all the different scenarios. Like I sent the connection request and they didn't reply me back what to do. I sent the connection request, but someone replied me, what should I tell them? I sent the connection request, but they don't have accepted yet. What should I do? And so on. So the scenarios might be, okay, more and more. So this is why in a 5-day challenge we cannot cover all of them, but in a one-to-one accountability group coaching program, definitely you can get those messages based on templates and of course adjusted to your own situations. Of course, we will have a training about LinkedIn search button tips and tricks. I had testimonials only about this training. They were amazed. They didn't expect the search bar on LinkedIn to be so powerful. Of course, you will contact your clients during the program, so you don't only learn, but you actually implement with me, and you keep me accountable of what happened in order to help you move on with the process. Then, because Sarah, you asked me about inbound marketing, we are going to create content that converts, okay? After we cover the outbound marketing, we will cover the inbound market to create for you 3-month content marketing campaign for your business. So you will leave the program with 100 ideas to create content for your business. Of course, for those that they want to excel, as Marcos told me, we're going to explore the Sales Navigator, and I'm actually going to help you how to use Sales Navigator to create lists and save searches and how to automate the processes, and how actually Sales Navigator can even replace your CRM system. Is a very powerful tool. And about automation process and tools that Marcos just asked me, you will learn the automation tools that I use in my business. And of course, I can share with you many more tools, but also the most important is actually the process, okay? So I will have a specific training on how I do it in my business, and I contact per day 100 people without being, okay, warned by LinkedIn that they're going to shut down my account, and without being called a spammer or whatever you are afraid of. So all of them are in a very professional way. And this is the special offer only for 24 hours, which means that this one here on the left, the upfront payment, is your discounted more than the early bird that I'm going to open. So you get, for example, even a more 20% discount to the already discounted early bird, only until the end of the program. So you click here, buy, okay, you are redirected to a page where you include your details, you pay, you receive a welcome email with the details, and of course, we take it from there. If you have questions, definitely recommend you to explore the frequently asked questions about the program. Duck Soup is one of them, Marcos, that I use, but I have several, like 20 that I use, depending on the processes. And of course, the way that I've been using it is not anywhere disclosed, so you won't find how I've been using it in a way so as not to be called spammer, and of course, not to be banned from LinkedIn. This tool is just one of the tools that I use. So if you have detailed questions about the program, go and explore the page. There are more frequently asked questions. If you have questions that are not covered, okay, in this page, definitely send me an email at info@vmentoring.com, my email, okay, and I will answer them, or book a discovery call with me, okay? You see here, you click on here and you are redirected to my calendar to book a one-to-one call with me. If you want to learn more about the support and accountability you get in the Ultimate LinkedIn Prospecting System, you need to scroll down, okay? You'll find about the live training session, the live Q&As, the accountability, the support group, the access to online international community, weekly implementation tasks, and so on. So please go there and check it on your own. You have 24 hours only for this price, and of course, I'm going there to open publicly the program. We start in March. So this price is only for those that they participate in the challenge, and only by the end of the challenge, which means midnight tomorrow. You're welcome, Fatma. So now I'm going to cover your questions because I really want afterwards to invite my guest. Let me check. Okay, so we'll have Luna. She's mentioning, she's messaging me. She would like to join me live here. And of course, what we're going to do now, we're going to answer all of your questions about the challenge, and then, okay, we're going to call Luna. Let me know in the chat if you have more questions. Magomed says, okay. You say with this Ultimate LinkedIn Prospecting System, you have the abbreviation wrong, Magomed. You say, so far, have you had an experience working with Russian translators? I have had with Croatian, with Norwegian, with Hungarian, no Russian, but I had with Germany, clients from Austria, Greece, of course, Turkey, Italy, Spain, Portugal. So I have had from Eastern European countries. Magomed says, I know LinkedIn is definitely an international global platform, but by scrolling your landing page, I got amazed how your mentees improve undergoing your mastermind coaching. Of course, go and read the testimonials. It really, really works to check them out. Okay, so you say, I'm curious about my Russian native translator counterparts, if there were anyone from Russian Federation, how your program helped them so far. So Magomed, book a call with me, okay? I will share the link to book a call with me in the comments later. And of course, all of you, any of you that you have such questions like Magomed, okay? Because I don't want to disclose personal information from people that they haven't given me the permission to publicly share the details. What I would like you to do, if you have such questions like Magomed, I will share my calendar link to book a call with me, and I will answer those questions precisely with details. Okay, Magomed, what do you think? Let me know in the comments. I will share right now the calendar link, and you can book a call with me, any of you. Okay, so let's go with your questions here. I see some great questions today. Okay, so Artem says, are you here, Artem? I'm going to answer now all of your questions. Let me know if you're here with me. Yes, Magomed, so please contact me privately to share with you any details that you might want about the program. So Artem, are you here with me? Artem says, social science translation, audience, students, educational establishments, academic writing agencies. I'm very good at translating this type of content, but I think it's not very popular. The market of translation services and the budgets are very tight. In such a case, Artem, I would have a second or third niche, okay? This is not a question though. Media, multimedia translations. I have some experience in translating this type. These are not okay directly to today's challenge anyway. I would like to get through them really quickly. Much appreciated. You're welcome, Magomed. I have some experience translating this type of content, working for a media development NGO, but still I need to check a lot before translating, but maybe this can be a compromise. An IT translation. So maybe I should first still work with the translation agencies only, taking orders from them in these 3 fields of expertise, and then getting more experience, start looking for direct clients. What do you recommend? Usually, you can start with direct clients, all of you, anytime you want. But if you lack confidence of your quality of your work, then definitely a starting point is agencies. But if you feel confident about your translation skills, there is no point for me to wait. You can start working with direct clients. Let me know, Artem, if I have answered your questions. Christina Tormen, you have 3 questions here for me. Let me know, Christina, if you're here with me. So Christina says, I often find more than one people with the same job titles working for the same company. Should I contact them, all of them, or I choose one person per company? You know, in your case, I would try to find the person who would be the decision maker for my own service. So I see transcreation manager and vendor manager. Who do you think would be best for your own services to contact? But in any way, if you are between two, I would contact both of them. Yes, okay, Christine, let me know if I have answered your first question. If someone I contacted accepts my request but don't answer my message, should I write something in response? Like, thank you for your connection. You know, Christine, the fact is that I see that many of you have the same questions, but for me, there is a reason why I have decided not to answer that in the challenge, because it's very personalized. The fact that I need to know more details about when, okay, did you contact them? How many days they've been passed and they didn't answer your message. So they accepted your request when, and how long has it passed up to then? And also, what is the process you would like to follow? So there are many, many questions that I need feedback from you in order to to reply to that questions, but because I saw that many of you have these questions, I cover that in detail in my program because I need one-to-one connection in order to reply to you back. What I do in my programs, I have a follow-up process specifically designed for each of you. So we create what to do next, but this is something that I cannot do in 5-day challenge. Okay, Christine? And just a curiosity, in the location filter, I selected 2 locations, London and Dublin, but I noticed that the first result page the most Italian people based in those cities. No, this is not a coincidence, because whenever I look for clients outside of Greece, I get the first Greek people that are located there. So most probably what the LinkedIn algorithm does is that chooses commonalities between those people, so they know that you're based in Greece. So they think that this should be a good fit for you and your service. They do not know that we're translators, okay? So even if they do not know how we work on what we are looking for. So they find commonalities and they bring you first the results, okay, based on your nationality and where you're based. So this is why you receive that. And I've been receiving the same results when I do the research. So it's not because Italians are everywhere, because Greeks are everywhere anyway. So Christine, Valentina, Alena, let me know if I have answered your question here. The algorithm plays a role. Another reason is that the second and third degree connections might be, but I think it's mostly the nationality. Okay, and I hadn't thought about that. It could be actually have a lot of Italian connections, might be, but in my experience, the nationality and where you're based, location. So Martina Echo Clear says, Christina, thank you very much. Martina Echo says, I asked myself the same question, and I found that the best solution is to try and look for what each employee does specifically. If they work with specific types of accounts, for example, if they work for accounts in my fields, then I get in touch with them. If they only work for accounts in medical, which is not my field, I'll leave them alone. Yeah, that's another question, like what you're going to do with them. But in my case, I'm not interested in Greek people living abroad, so I skip it. And also, okay, you can use more filters to actually exclude such results. Valentina, yes, Virginia, thank you. You're welcome, Valentina. So Manuela Juliana Xilovic says, I have the same question as Christina Torme. Number 2, what can I do is if someone accepts my connection request without answering my message, as I'll say thanks for connecting or something else, there is a specific follow-up procedure that also depends on the client you want, what you want to achieve, and how you want to continue building that relationship. So we first start connecting, okay, and of course you reply when they get back to you. It's up to you if you want to reply to them before they reply to you back, but I cannot give one solution to all of you or situation, because all of them are very different, okay? You have different approaches, different clients, and different results that you want to achieve. This was referring to your questions about people with the same job role in the same company. Okay. So in such a case, Martina, what I do is actually, yes, I find the most relevant one, but I don't find it very, I don't know, bad to contact 2 or 3 people if they're in the same company. So what? Unless you're going to do it in a spammy way and start contacting everyone, which is not my approach, okay? So Grace Carlil says, has anyone encountered this? So Gracilia, you've reached the commercially used limit for unlimited people browsing. Upgrade to LinkedIn Premium Business Sales Navigator. So I saw this comment by some of you. So if you get such message from LinkedIn and they redirect you to buy the Premium Sales Navigator or Recruiter, definitely if you're thinking of upgrading, you'll need to go to the Sales Navigator one. That's clear. Thanks a lot, Virginia. You're welcome, Manuela. Marco says, we translators are often seen as necessary evil, but because of that, we aren't usually in the main focus. So my question, how to shine with this handicap, how to really seduce the prospect and persuade them? It's a general question. I know, Marcos, it's a very general question. I would like to cover those questions here about the challenge, and I will come back to this question. But in general, my approach to such questions as yours is you do not need to persuade anyone, because we might be an evil, we might be a step that I would like to overcome in their procedure, the translation, I mean, step. But if they need your services, you do not need to persuade them. They will come back to you and they will pay you as much as you charge them, as long as they need your services. So sometimes, okay, I know that they don't need us, or they ideally, they would like not to need our services, but most of the times, okay, they cannot avoid us. So in my case, I never tried to persuade anyone. My main action would be the high quality of my work and professionalism in my communication, okay? So being a professional, whatever that means, I could talk for hours about that, but being professional and providing high quality work, this is how you convince, if we can say, your clients. But I've never tried to convince anyone, neither for my translation business or my coaching business. People are coming to me because they see value. They get value through working with me. Either it's my coaching or my translation. They get value and they come and asking for my services. So I've never actually tried to persuade anyone. Good answer. Thanks. You're welcome, Marcos. Susanna says, have you ever had mentees that you couldn't help to become more successful? If yes, why? Great question, Susanna, and I'm going to keep it, okay, to answer it in the Q&A that I will have for my program, because now I'm focusing to the questions of the program. The only person I was never, and I think that I will not ever be able to help, Susanna, is the person who is a non-coachable person, which means they do not accept advice, they are not action takers, okay, they do not go and do the work. So if you are such a person, any of you, and I'm not addressing this message to Susanna, of course, you are not for any coaching program, and no coach will ever be able to help you. If you are a person that you do not accept advice, okay, you are not open to suggestion and to change your mindset, to work toward changing your mindset. And if you are a person that you do not want to take action, yes, no coach will ever help you. So shortly, and I will cover it in a longer answer, Suzanne, I had one person who was very, very satisfied with my program, who, even though he had 20 years in the business, he knew many, many new things. The week 11 out of 12, he came back and he told me that he cannot continue the program. And the problem was himself. He never implemented anything that we did. Like, imagine this challenge, Suzanne. If you get into this challenge and you see my videos, you see my trainings, but you never provide feedback, you never post your results, you never go and do the work, what do you expect of my challenge? Would you see the results? Would I be able to help you? Okay, this is really something important for all of you to have in mind for any coaching program. If you're not willing to do the work, if you're not willing, okay, to cooperate with someone, and if you don't trust the process and trust that person, do not buy the coaching program, because it's a waste of time, mostly for the coach, okay, and then for you. Let me know, Suzanne, if I have shortly answered your questions. And now I'm going to Grace's questions. So when you get messages like you've reached the limit of connection requests or searching in your LinkedIn profile and you need to buy, if you decide to buy, please, please, please make sure you buy the Sales Navigator one. Makes sense, Suzanne? I know that makes sense. So the first thing that you need to do is actually to buy the Sales Navigator. If you don't want, okay, to receive such messages that you need to upgrade your profile, what you need to do is actually focus on adding the number of people that I have told you. Do not spend much time during the month searching other people's profiles, that they are not, they are third-degree profiles. And in general, you spend a lot of time searching on LinkedIn. I do not do that, okay? So LinkedIn realizes, okay, that you're doing it for professional reasons, and they promote you the paid version. If you just spend the 30 minutes that I've told you per day, okay, to contact specific number of people, then no one will receive such a notification from LinkedIn to buy the upgrade, okay? Let me know, Grace, if I have answered your question. Not the premium, you need to upgrade to the Sales Navigator, okay, not the premium. If you are thinking of upgrading your profile, make sure you choose the right program, and the right package is actually to go for the Sales Navigator. So I will see your comments, and I want to finish those questions in the Q&A box to invite Luna, and then I'm going to through the comments, okay? Okay, so I see Luis Center, thanks, I'll check it out. Connections to connect, hilarious, you say here. I love your support with each other here. Okay, Dorota, if someone whom I sent a connection request accepts it but doesn't reply to my message, should I write them again or not? Very common question. I see that many of us have the same problem. I know, but it's something really personalized, and in a public challenge, as you might realize, I cannot give you tailored answers to each of you. So I need to know when you send that, okay, when, how long, okay, the time passed since you sent the request and they haven't replied, what you have sent to them, what is your main goal, to build a relationship, to start a natural conversation. So it takes a lot of consideration in order to answer that question, Dorota. Magomed, I've seen your comment and I will get through that as soon as I complete the questions in the Q&A post. Heather McCrae says, just sent off a bunch of connect requests and now realize that I have no idea how to call up those requests to see how many I did. So guys, I've seen, I think, a couple of you that you have asked the same question. So I have it in my video. If you visit again the video, you have access, okay, until, I don't know, next Tuesday, most probably. Next Wednesday, I'm going to close the group. Go back and watch it. I'm showing you how to go and check my network, invitation sent, and then you can withdraw or check how many invitations you have sent. So Heather, let me know if I've answered your question, but definitely go back and watch, because I have a hands-on training. I'm sharing my screen and I'm showing you how you can actually find those connection requests sent and how you can monitor your progress. So Giuseppe Gambardini says, I sent several messages, I did not count them, shame on me, to cycling marketing managers. Amazing. I work to the task only in the afternoon. So far, 3 people answered to me. I'm delighted with the results. So imagine, okay, so Giuseppe, he sent the messages in the morning. He continued with his work. And out of the blue, he has 3 people, okay, talking to him. 3 ideal clients, Giuseppe. That's amazing results. So you just do the work in the morning, you continue with your translation, then in the meantime, you have 3 potential clients, okay, asking you questions and getting you into a discussion. This is what we are going to do, okay? This is what we are doing the challenge. You have potential clients coming to you. So he sent that Giuseppe, and if Giuseppe did it, you can do it. He sent 46 connection requests. He had 8 new connections, okay, 2 hours ago. 3 people replied to his message, okay, and he already had started a chat in 4 hours. Wow, Giuseppe just comments 4 in the meantime. So he has 4 potential clients in a discussion. Where you would have achieved that results on Facebook, where on an on-site networking event, you would be able to talk about a couple of people. So in 4 hours, by sitting on his office, doing Giuseppe his work, he has already 4 discussions with ideal clients. This is what I'm telling you need to do, okay? This is amazing, Giuseppe, and I'm really proud of you, and congratulate all of us, Giuseppe. Amazing, Giuseppe, this is amazing. So Victoria Heras Gonzalez says, I viewed the profile of a friend. Okay, this was a technical problem. It was resolved. So you can find, Victoria, I think we replied to you, you go to my network, click invitation sent, and you can withdraw. So if you accidentally, okay, have sent an invitation to a person that you don't want, okay, then what you need to do is actually go to my network invitations, you go to see the sent ones, and there is a button next to the sent invitation that you can withdraw it. Let me know, Victoria, if you've solved your problem. Corrado Serra says, hi, Virginia, I see a wide shared question. I would like to add a detail to it. Can I send the request to people from the same agency, the same location? Yes, why not? For today's request, I choose to send them only if those people from the same agency live in different countries. Do you think it's a good method? Yes, why not? But I wouldn't insist on contacting too many people in the same agency. I would focus on different agencies as well, Corrado. So let me know, Corrado, if I have answered your questions. Corrado, you are here, so let me know if I have answered your question. Anya Wagner says, most of my research results was LinkedIn members who I cannot contact. Why is that? Upgraded to premium. I don't know, Anya, why you cannot contact LinkedIn members. I don't know what you mean you cannot contact. You mean they have the follow-up, the follow methods instead of connect? If you are here, Anya, let me know in the comments, what do you mean in order to help you? I don't understand. What do you mean, LinkedIn members that you cannot connect? Anya, are you here? Okay, Corrado, you're welcome. Victoria says, actually, it was a friend of mine, so no problem. I can keep the invitation. Yes, Victoria, but it's really important to know how you can actually withdraw that. So, Victoria, you can go and check it anyway. Okay, I think now it's the moment I'm going to invite Luna. And before that, in the meantime, I'm going also to check your comments here in the chat. So Luna is a previous mentee of mine and still a mentee because actually she's in my annual mastermind. So if you have questions for Luna, now is your chance to ask them, okay? So I'm checking here the chat. Let me know. I'm checking your questions in the chat. Oh, Luna is here. Amazing. Luna is a friend. I always see her as a friend. Luna, just a moment because I see here a problem. Luna, can you... okay. So, Luna is going to share her story, and if you have questions about the Ultimate LinkedIn Prospecting System and Luna's results. Hello, Luna, how are you?
Hi.
Hi! So happy to have you here once again. You are so familiar with videos. I see what you do online, on Instagram, LinkedIn. You are everywhere with videos. And I'm really happy for you. You were familiar with videos before my program, but now you have excelled it because I think that you have some kind of strategy right now with your content.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so yeah, I used to do videos, but then I was confused. I was filming with my phone and then my computer, and then it wasn't the right format. But trial and error, and now I'm getting the hang of it. But it's only the first week, so.
We have Martina Echo, Christina Tormen. They say hello. We're all of us. Hello, Luna. Lovely to see you here. They say Luna is not in the challenge because she's another two groups of mine. But Luna, you can watch later the video in the YouTube if you want to see the comments. Magamet says, hello, Luna. It is good to have you as a guest. Lovely to see you here. Who says that? Agnes, also she was a speaker at Bologna.
Okay.
Hi,
everyone.
So if you have specific question about Luna, definitely do it now. I see some other questions about the challenge that I'm going to cover after because now we have Luna. They say all of you, great to have you here. So we have a great community in the challenge, 360 people. Okay, so let's start a bit. If you want to introduce yourself, I see many friends of yours here, but actually some people, they might not know you. So shortly, if you would like to introduce yourself as a professional, what you do.
Sure. Sure. Yeah, if you don't know me, my name is Luna Jungblatt. I'm an English to French translator, and I specialize in museum translations. So I mostly work.
I'm coming in a minute. I'm coming in a minute. Please.
No problem. So I usually translate, for example, tourist material, marketing material, exhibition material. And yeah, so that's my specialization. It's just quite a small niche. So that's why I believe that it was quite nice to have Virginia as a mentor to try and reach out to my clients because it was quite hard to see if they which museum would need my translations, would need my help. So it was really useful for me to have Virginia as a mentor for that reason.
The niche.
And
niche. That's what the reason you mean? You have a very specific niche, and also it was hit by hello. So you have a specific niche and it was difficult, and I know that I get that question.
Yeah.
If you can share a bit without details, I'm sorry I'm interrupting you. You can continue if you had something else to say, but given the opportunity now you're giving me, because I have some questions about their niche and how they can overcome this problem. And if you have any advice to give to people that they have such niches, I have people with museum as well, or any other different, very, very specific.
Sorry, I just need to remove the cat.
No problem. I love the cat.
Well, the thing is, with a small niche such as this one, you really need to have a wide net. So at the beginning, I was restricting the area that I was looking at, and then easy, fast enough, you have to widen it slightly, because you realize that there are not millions of museums in the world. There might be millions of law firms, and there might be millions of environment firms, but for museums it's a bit less the case. So you need to find where they are. You need to find who needs you at that particular moment. So that's why it's been it's a tough niche, I would say, but at the same time, like you were saying during your mentoring program, I also reached out to marketing people in general. So even if you have a very, very particular niche, it's always, for example, if it's cryptocurrency, let's say, if I take an example from our group, then financial translation could also be your niche. So you can niche down as much as you want, but it can also be part of a wider specialty, which helps. So you can just pick your clients in that niche instead.
Here in the comments, you have a lot of fans. If you can check, I think you can see the comments on the.
I can't see them. I'll see them later.
You can. I think you can at the right part of your screen. I think you can through the StreamYard.
But for some reason, I tried. I see them actually.
Okay, so now you can see Martina Eco, Paul, Christina Thorman.
Yes.
You can see them. Okay, so that's great because there's a lot of great energy in the group. For those of you can leave, you can watch the recording because I'm going to answer your questions that I've seen in the comments after Luna's discussion. So I'm going to cover your questions that I've seen in the comments as soon as we end this live with Luna. It won't take more than 10 minutes. So if you have 10 minutes, stay with us. If you don't, watch the recording. It will remain in the group. So Luna, we are in a 5-day challenge here with the people, and we're learning how to contact and overcome our fear. I think that in your testimonial, you had written that the main benefit is actually that you became confident with using LinkedIn, and actually you didn't fear anymore. If you would like to expand on that, or if you have something else you would like to share in successes, so we're welcome to hear any of these.
Mm-hmm. Well, yes, because in my work there are a few tasks that I really dread, and it was content marketing or planning, scheduling the content, and using LinkedIn. For me, LinkedIn was very scary and not a very interesting place. I couldn't really see myself spending time on it because really I couldn't really see the benefits of it.
Now
I like it. Yes. Yes. No, it's absolutely fine. I think it can be a little bit intimidating at the beginning, but as soon as you start really understanding how it works, you can really enjoy spending some time there. Because I usually, if I don't enjoy what I do, I just don't do it. So. And I have trouble forcing myself to do something that I really don't like. So through the challenge, it's really the motivation was instead of having to motivate yourself, it's like having always like a backup team, and you see other people doing it as well. So you're like, okay, I'll do it, and it just becomes easy actually, because usually the hardest step is to get going, to do the first step. And with the challenges that we do and your mentoring in general, it feels like the first step is it's already done. So you're already on your road, let's say. So yeah, both of these things that I really dreaded, and I could feel that I needed to do them, but couldn't get my head around them, or I would be really, really good at it for like a few weeks and then completely drop it. So all this past effort is wasted because and you don't have results. So these became much easier with your help.
Yeah, and I saw many comments in the challenge as well that they told me in 4 days, now we are in day 4, they feel confident to actually go and contact their clients. So for me, only the fact that you can overcome your mindset, limiting beliefs and things like that in 4 days, imagine what you can do in 12 weeks that we work together. Now in a whole year, we have the annual mastermind alumni. So there is a question for you, Luna, in that. If you can see from Magomed Aslanov, Luna says that particular need zone. How did you generate direct connection with your leads in tourism or the areas you felt you are more confident? Any tips? How did you sort hook them on your services. Just your experience, recall, good go. Yeah, we're not going to share, okay, all the secrets of the 12-week program, but Luna, exactly how you did that specifically, if you would like to share a bit briefly.
Well, I'm guessing you must have done it during the program. Carefully curated messaging is very important. So by tweaking my messages slightly and trying to spy on my clients slightly to see how they speak, I could try and mimic the way that they talk and how they want to be talked to, if it's a colloquial, if it's more formal. So it was really just trying to really speak their language, and as soon as you do that, well, you get much better results.
And also, it's the fact that we say that your ideal client, you need to know them really well as they are your friends. So spying them is one way, actually. But Luna, also don't want, if you want to share that, but you did the research. You sent questionnaires. So we actually worked on you were very action taker in the program. I gave you one hint and you did 10 on your own. So for me, the best candidate of such a program, I was describing someone like Luna. So I just gave you one hint in the program and you went like 10 steps ahead of all the others because you really were passionate about your niche. So you created questionnaires to your clients. You offered them, I don't know, something as a bonus in order to do the question. So this is a marketing tactic that I always share. And also you created a great portfolio that I didn't tell you. I told you, okay, you need a portfolio, but you went and did it like in one day, couple of days, and it's a perfect.
Company brochure is a really good point, actually, to answer your question, Magomed. Company brochure. So since I started the program, I had about 15 people asking me for more details. Amazing. And it's just so great to have a beautiful brochure that you can make in like you said, I made it in maybe one day on Canva, and to have a beautiful brochure to send them with the email. It looks much more professional. Don't send them a CV. They don't care for direct clients. And because it was already done, it was easy to just send it away with that. So that also helps, I think.
Yeah, Magomed says wonderful. So we answered Magomed's question. I think Suzanne, and I cannot see it here in the comments, I see it on Facebook. She says, hi Luna, what was your biggest success during and after Virginia's program? And I think biggest is really personal. So some people, they might think biggest is to overcome limiting beliefs. Some other people, biggest might be the fact that you added 1,000 people in your network. I think Valerie, she added in less than a month, in a couple of weeks, 1,000 people. And she was discouraged because she told me I had 43% acceptance request, but you got more than 1,000 people. Okay, I got 1,000 people. It took me 1 year, okay, when I started out to have 1,000 people in my network. And Valerie, she did it in a couple of weeks. So amazing. I don't know what you would think, Luna, your biggest or one of your biggest success.
Yeah. Well, for me, like I said, I usually have to really work through the things that I don't really like to do. So for me, it was really the added let's say impetus to actually do things and feel excited about all this prospecting and even the content creation, and feel excited again about those things that I normally don't like. So for me, that was a huge step. I was like, okay, now it's good, and I can see that I'm going to sustain it for a long time, and it built like the strong foundation for me to know how to go about things and be more organized. And the thing I like most is like as soon as I have a question about anything related to these processes, I can ask the questions right away, and I get an answer usually within 10 minutes. So that's awesome. That's a really good help, and the other people in the challenge or the groups also help. So the accountability for me was the best. But the biggest win for me was a mindset shift. I would say that I can actually do those things that I normally dread, and otherwise, yes, I managed to. I was at 500 connections in LinkedIn before, and now I have 1,200. But they're only leads, these people. That's what you really need to understand. They are potential clients. Yeah.
And also you have a very challenging niche yourself, so it was really difficult to work towards adding people that
Yeah, that's the thing. I usually don't have them. Yeah, I usually don't have a very quite low percentage of acceptance, because I try to ask them, I try to already tell them that I'm providing translations. So sometimes they can perceive me as salesy, but that's because I prefer to be upfront with them and to know if they actually require French translations, because some of them don't.
We had the same discussion with Moira Monet, and she does the same as you, but then you risk to actually have less people in your network. It's up to you.
But I don't like to tell them, please go in my network. I'd rather have less people in my network. Like, it's not my goal to have more people. So I'd rather have less people that are actually potentially interested. That's just a personal strategy.
And also, yeah, it's a personal strategy. It's about the goals. So if you need numbers to convert, you need numbers also in your connections. If you prefer to have quality and more straightforward, then you go with Luna's. It's not my approach. I totally understand it, but I prefer to have numbers because you never know referrals. But Luna, she would like, actually, I think a great example of the successes that you had, Luna, it was the one that you got in a discussion, a very high position, I don't know, executive was in a museum, or maybe the owner.
Yes. One of the persons who answered that they were really, really happy that I reached out is actually a premium, like high standard museum in London, one of the biggest. And I was actually starstruck when I received the message. So that was great.
Yeah, that was one example. I remember that because you told us, and I know that in museum sector they're a bit snob, or a bit like we are high-end clients, or I don't know, high position.
Yeah, they can be slightly celebrities, some of them.
And yeah, celebrities, well known, and also you got them into a discussion, okay, which means for me it's a great success. Like also Ileana that we are going to have on Monday, she got actually the client, the high end, a very well known brand in cosmetics, and actually the client that she told us in the program, she came back to her, and also she got the project right now, and she's going to share that on Monday. So it takes time. It's not one overnight, okay, success. But actually, for you and each of you, the success is very, very different. For me, the mindset that Luna mentioned, it's really, really important. It's something we tend to neglect because I've been repeating myself. I think in myself and whatever I've reached, if we can say successfully, is the mindset. Like it's 90%. I used to say 80% is the mindset, 20% the strategy. Nowadays that I master the strategies, I can tell you mindset is even more than 80%. So if you have the right mindset, there is no reason not to find the resources to actually achieve what you want. But if you have a bad mindset or not the right mindset, no matter how many resources I share with you, or even I give you the process ready, if you have the wrong mindset, you will never take action. And for me, taking action is really, really important to see the results. So Luna, thank you so much for sharing that. And I hope that all of you that you're watching us, you realize the difference between mindset and how important, and also the imposter syndrome that Luna shared, and the productivity that you get also, and the fact that you overcome procrastination. These are things that they will take you many, many years. And I know people that they've never overcome such problems. So there are questions like, how did you define your ideal client or your niche? Okay, there's a whole process, Analia, in the program that we cannot answer how to define your niche, I suppose, Luna, in a moment. A question to Luna: how did you manage your time at the beginning, getting these new activities done and keeping your work pace? Great question. And another question is Valentina. So is Luna working mainly with direct clients? Brochures rock, yes. And also if you see Luna's brochure is amazing. Thank you. Everyone says thank you, Luna, for coming. Thank you very much. Okay, we are going to answer those last questions and then we end. I'm here 2 hours. Okay, so what do you think, Luna? Answer?
Yes. So about the time management, it's bizarre, but I didn't think that I would have the time when I look back. But the thing is, once you start not dreading those activities anymore, you make time for them and you're faster with them. And I plan them in my schedule, and I don't even really see a difference between before and after, because before I would try to do them, but I would either spend hours researching something but not really being focused or not knowing how to go about it. Now that I have a clear when you have a clear roadmap, it's much easier. So I haven't haven't noticed that I'm working more than before. It's rather it's basically the same but more productively, or more with a purpose is what I want to say.
With a purpose, and also priorities. Setting priorities maybe also plays a role. You realize you need to do that, so you focus on, as you mentioned,
And you can batch things together as well, some activities, because you know exactly what to, like the actions that you actually need to take. So you can, like batch them. For example, when I started, I decided I wanted to do video because for me it's harder to write a post because I will go back to it and like fix it and never be happy with it. I decided, okay, let's do video. And so I wrote down a few topics that I wanted to talk about that I knew that I could speak about like this without preparation, and then I recorded them in one go, and that really works.
And with captions, and you
and then I added some captions
on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on YouTube. Elisabetta says, thanks, great insight.
And there was another one about whether I work mainly with direct clients. Right now, I'm still working with agencies about 60-40%. To answer your question, but my goal is obviously, but I think as for most of us, it's to get more direct clients.
I think that if you're like Luna, you're action takers, you are people that you want to see results, then definitely this program will help you. If you are not an action taker, I think no program will ever help you. That's my opinion, at least. You need actually to find the time. We create time, as I've been used to tell, like we create that time. So tomorrow, Luna, we are going to create content that converts. Okay, the training that we're going to do in detail in the alumni, the mastermind. If you want to join us, you're more than welcome. But for me, it's also a great success that you create videos, that you are all over the internet, that you are becoming established in your field, that you are well known, that you build credibility to your clients. So we tend to neglect these things, okay? We tend to have in our mind how much you earn, which is okay. That's a goal as well. You need to go through all this process. And Luna, you're a great example, because most of us in the translation business, we're afraid of camera, we're afraid, we're shy, and okay, that's okay. But you need to find a way, okay, to make yourself well known to your target audience, okay, whoever that is. Thank you so much, Luna, for being here with us. People are saying very kind things about you. Let me know if there's anything else you would like to say before we close. We're almost 20 minutes live.
No, I'm really happy that you invited me, and I was happy to see everyone in the chat.
I'm really happy you came, and of course you are an example for those that you want to overcome the how you say, the fear for cameras. So if you want advice about how to create videos, Luna is a perfect example.
Yeah, don't worry, you can ask me anything. Reach out to me.
Perfect. It's perfect. So you can find her online. So Luna, if you want to share any social media, thank you very much for sharing your experiences. Analia Magomed says, a really wonderful guest. It is always good to hear this directly and live from a practitioner. Yeah, Luna is something more than practitioner. And thank you, Luna, says Christina Dorman. Really inspiring. Good luck to you, Luna. So, Luna, thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to continue with some questions that I have left behind in order to catch up with you. I really appreciate, always that you're here for me. And, we have many things to do together anyway. So, thank you for now. And I will catch up with you later. Luna, if you want to join the training tomorrow, you're more than welcome. If you don't, we'll do it the same in the annual mastermind. So, whatever you prefer.
Okay, great.
Great evening.
Thank you so much for having me. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much, Luna. Thank you, all of you, for being here like 1 hour and 30 minutes with me. And thank you for being so kind to our guest. Amazing discussion, says Christine Kaklamani. Thank you, Christine, for being here. And all of you, we are like, how many people? 50 people already live. And I'm going through your questions because I know that I have left some questions. Can't stay longer. Yes, you can always catch up later. So I think that it doesn't go for some questions. It was one Marcos question and one from Annalisa. Let me check if I can see them through here. Okay, hello. One question: how would you deal with a client that has accepted your request, with whom you has exchanged emails promising a future collaboration, who has suddenly stopped replying? Annalise, I would most probably need more information. I know that Annalise has left now, but definitely, Annalise, what's the replay? Let me know with the replay hashtag and tag me if you need more information on that. But my input on that would need to know, okay, how many emails you have exchanged, what information, so they did disappear after you shared with them, for example, your price, your services, so as to figure out why they disappeared and let you know what you need to do next. Because I always help you to follow up in my programs, and I have a specific strategy to follow up so as not to look yourself spammy. So for me, it's really important to know the story behind of that. So Annalise, I would like more information on how many emails did you send, the promising collaboration, how did you define that, and the suddenly stopped replying, what was the last, for example, communication we had, because there are many reasons, and I really want to figure out the reason why, okay, that person or that client didn't follow up. They might be, I have clients that they come to me after 6 months, so don't worry if someone, okay, I have even my first 5-figure months, I got it from a client that they came back to me 1 year after, okay? So you don't be surprised if someone comes to you after 1 year. Magomed says, hello, Virginia. Please excuse me, I could perform. Okay, yes, you will do tomorrow, Magomed. Analia, hi, Virginia, and everyone. The challenge is amazing. You're welcome. I'm looking for your questions in the chat, so let me know now is your time. Okay, I'm so happy for those of you reaching out to 50 people. Okay, you can do it yourself. I think I can do that. I have also 2,000 contacts, so it's great, Sabella. And okay, yes, I'm looking for your questions right now. So I'm scrolling to your questions in the chat. Marcos is sharing some interesting figures. LinkedIn users: Italy 14 million, Portugal 3 million, Brazil 46 million, Canada and US 100 million, so on. Of course, all of our clients are there. Okay, yes, I do have an amazing memory. Hopefully. So Magomed says, with the ultimate LinkedIn prospecting system, have you heard okay about the Russian? Okay, you need to book a call with me. Okay, I see your comments. We translators are often seen as necessary evil. I answered that question, Marcos. Recently, have popular or not so popular LinkedIn profile following without even connecting me. You probably know this. LinkedIn has this option allowing others to follow you without connecting. So my question is, can I consider those secret followers of mine as new leads or prospective profiles? Can start think of making connection with them, or would you say it makes sense to see them as old connections? No, you can definitely send them a message and tell them, I see that you follow me. So a great way to start a conversation would be for those that they have the paid version, Magomed. So for those that you have the paid version, if you check your everyday statistics, who visited your profile, you can go back to them and send them a very kind message. I saw that you visited my profile today, and I would be very much interested in knowing, okay, the reason why did you visit my profile, so to find out if there is any kind of a potential cooperation with them. If you can see no activity on a person's profile in the last 90 days and they don't seem to update their profile info for a while, is it worth contacting them? To be honest, that's for me overthinking. Okay, I never go and check that, because you never know if they will come back to you through Messenger or not. Okay, there are more results for those that they are active, but you know, you will be surprised for people that are not active, they will get back to you. Okay. I replied that, yeah, complimenti Giuseppe, you're welcome. Actually, it was a friend of mine, so problem I can keep the invitation, yes. Just have a brief chat with a specialized cycling brand, Italy marketing director, probably the biggest brand in the world. Congratulations, Giuseppe. Yes, I found it thanks to your comments and Dorota. Okay, great. About the problem and the other person had about not being able to connect. This is Victoria. With some people, maybe it was the message I got to. You don't have access to this profile. The profiles of members who are outside your network have limited visibility. To access more members' profile, continue to grow your network. I've never received such message. If you want me to send me a screenshot of what you did and how did you receive this message for me in order to give you a specific answer. Good that I'm adding Portuguese to my network languages with those 46 million people. Yeah, most probably it's the Brazil. Victoria, do you have Brazilian Portuguese? Thanks for the tips, says Magamed, you're welcome. Christine Kaklamani says, Virginia, thank you for being here for us during the following next days, as today was lockdown session, 3 days, stay at home with my super active 3-year-old, as schools are closed, so did not have the time to task and will do it within the weekend. But the live discussion was very helpful. Thanks a million. Have a lovely evening. Yes, and this is the reason why I invited Luna. I actually think that she would provide you value through her answers. Zillion, thanks for the input and value. You're welcome, Marcos. I'll watch the rest of the great talk in unreal time on sick mode. Enjoy the take care till tomorrow. Bye-bye. Thank you all of you being here. It's almost like 2 hours live. I understand that you need to leave, some of you. How did you generate? Magamed, I think Luna C replied to your question. The brochures poll that Luna made was on Canva. Canva.com is a great tool, and it's a free tool, okay? I use a paid version, but it's totally free. Okay, Elizabeth, I'm glad that Luna answered your question. Really wonderful guest. Luna is a great person in general, as a character anyway. Okay, so thank you all of you for being here. I scrolled all your questions in the chat. I saw all of your questions in the Q&A post, and I'm going still through your answers in the Day 4 Daily Task video comments. So share your results. I will focus, of course, on the latest ones. I will be here until next Tuesday, I suppose, Wednesday. Agnes says, thank you for all today's insight. Gotta go. Yes, Agnes, thank you so much. Bye-bye. Elizabeth, sorry I have to leave, but I'd like to give a feedback about today's activity. I've got 3 replies from 6 tries. Amazing, Elizabeth. Your results are amazing. Okay, you could not make more, but it's amazing that you have already 3 replies in one day by being sitting in front of your PC. When you search, Victoria says, for a person with on specific job post, it shows a list of people, and on the right side appears the button connect. But for some people, it doesn't appear. When I click on their name, I receive a message I copied before. Okay, then you don't need to click on their name because they most probably have their settings not to be contacted by third-degree connections. So there is a setting that you do not allow people that you do not have common connections to contact them. Then focus to second degree, okay? And focus on the process that I have been describing in our video. So I didn't tell you to go and add people on the list of a specific job post, okay? Thank you for being with us, Virginia, for these 4 days. We made it so far, of course, and tomorrow you're going to get inbound leads. I'm going to share with you how to attract 3,000 views to a post of yours. Thank you, Christine. Thank you, Virginia, for your time and your help. You're welcome, Christine. Valentina, thanks, Virginia. Thanks for the info, Virginia. You're welcome, Paul. Victoria. Okay, thanks so much for the answer. You're welcome, Victoria. Thank you, all of you guys. Thank you for the great community. Thank you for welcoming Luna. Tomorrow we will have Elena. She's a participant in my fully booked translator formula. On Monday we have Ileana, that she got a very high-end client that I cannot disclose the brand name of a cosmetics. And she also got work. She got them in December, and now she got work, and she's going to share her story with us on Monday. If you want to get the early bird discount until tomorrow midnight, and then we will have the regular price on 1,500 euros. Yeah, this was an amazing session. I love Luna myself, and I'm really happy for people that they have worked with me and they are so passionate about what they're doing, like Luna, and they're good people, and actually they get the results that they want, because there is no reason not to see the results you want, okay, if you take the action that is needed. Mindset is always very, very important. I hope to see some of you in my 12-week month program and journey, and I hope that if you decide not to continue with me, that you will actually have learned something in this 5-day challenge, and that you will continue keep getting clients through what you learned through this challenge. Thank you, all of you, for being here for 1 hour and 45 minutes with me. I really appreciate your support. I really appreciate your engagement and participation. Tomorrow we will have the winner, the person who was the most engaging participant in the challenge. See you tomorrow for our 5-day task at 7 a.m. in the morning, the Q&A post later in the day, and of course our Q&A live. The last one, So gather all of your questions. It's the last chance you get to have answers for this challenge, but I will have Q&As, okay, because you asked me so about my ultimate LinkedIn prospecting system. Thank you. As I say, no, see ya, mates. Okay, Giuseppe, I'm so glad you got so great results in just 4 hours. I wish you all of you to have great results like Giuseppe or even more. Magomed, much appreciate all the answers today. You're welcome, Magomed. Have a nice evening, all of you, and thank you for being here, and thank you for creating such a great community. Bye-bye, Victoria, and see you tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., the last daily task, how to create content that converts inbound leads. Have a nice evening. Bye-bye. Buenas noches.